Welcome back. Well, test scores are sinking in one school district in Minnesota that used to be among the best in the state. So what's causing this? Our next guest says racial identity politics and political correctness and social justice is to blame. Katherine Kersten, senior policy fellow at the Center of the American Experiment, joins us now. Kathy, as a Minnesotan, I know that the Edina School District from K through 12 was always very sought after. Yet scores are going down. People are wondering why, and you've done a lot of research into why. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. Well, in 2013, the Edina Public Schools adopted something called the All for All plan. The intent was to reduce the racial learning gap. The idea behind the plan is that all teaching and learning must be revisioned through the lens of racial equity. And of course, equity in its common sense meaning has universal support. But that's not what it means in Edina now. What it means now is essentially white supremacy. It's racial identity politics. It's white supremacy, white privilege blamed for all the problems that minority groups might have.
So one particular example, Highlands Elementary School. So this is not just junior highs and high schools. This is the elementary school. They have something called the Melanin Project. They write where you write on a poster, stop thinking your skin color is better than anyone else's. Everyone is special. So right out the gates, we're reminding kids of their skin color and blaming some people for melanin.
Yes, this is actually kids kindergarten through second grade. What they have to do is trace their hands on paper, color their hands, the color of their skin color, and then put them on this poster, which talks about not thinking that your skin color is better than others. Of course, what it really does is to start kids thinking that their identity is tied to their skin color in an indelible way. It gets them to do exactly what it pretends to condemn.
Absolutely. The irony is dripping. And then you go to the high school, Edina High School. Again, this a sought-after school that kids had wanted to go to for years. Well, if you enter a literature and composition class as an 11th grader, you will be greeted with this. By the end of the year, the teacher will tell you you have to learn how to apply Marxist, feminist, post-colonial and psychoanalytic reader response and aesthetic lenses to literature. So now we're asking them to look at literature through the lens of Marxism.
Yes, there is a hyper-focus on left-wing identity politics at the high school. The 10th grade required English class, for example, focuses on 3 themes, which are immigration, colonization, and social constructions of race, class, and gender. And kids who resist it all, who have non-conforming views, are bullied and intimidated by teachers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the state of our public schools in a state like Minnesota. I don't have the time to go through all of it, but as a result, reading and math scores have gone down dramatically, according to the Minnesota Department of Education. 85% in 2014 met the reading standards in Edina. Now it's only 78%. On the math level, it went from 79 to 66. So at the expense of actual excellence, they're pursuing social justice. Is that how you'd sum it up?
Well, you know, correlation is not causation. However, there is such a close correlation in time here between these score declines and this transformative plan that's supposed to shift the way all teaching and learning are done that is very troubling, and it really merits careful consideration.
Well, thank you for your very hard work on this and what the Center of the American Experiment does in Minnesota. We reached out to the Edina Public School District. We did not hear back. We'll see if they get back to us after this segment. Katherine Kersten, thanks a lot.